Everybody, so me and AJ here working on his CRV again. This time, so if you remember last time we replaced the control arm. Yeah, that's what it was. I honestly couldn't remember what the heck it was we replaced. But today we're actually going to be replacing the axle here. It's still making noise, and he thinks that that might be the issue.
You can also see the fluid that's came from the boot right here on the new control arm.
Yeah, you can see it's all everywhere. That was brand new. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that and show you how we're gonna do it. So this is a 36 millimeter axle nut, by the way, and hopefully this is. That's what I figured would happen right there. So the reason why you need this, if you see when we get done, we'll have to do this as well. This is peened, so using a normal wrench, you're not gonna break that loose. It's gonna be damn near impossible. I tried. That's how I know. First, we also got to remove these brakes. There it goes. I just wasn't getting good enough leverage on it. I was failing. Alright, we are going to find a good place to... That's almost perfect.
I think that's where we put it last time.
Stay. Cool. I'm glad I'm always so happy when they listen. So I bet all we're really gonna have to do now is go ahead and remove the assembly from the strut tower, and then just let it fall down. We'll be able to slide it out. Hopefully.
Might need to put the jack underneath it just so it don't shoot down.
It won't shoot down. No.
Oh yeah, it's already fully extended.
Not everybody has power tools, so I try to show y'all with hand tools, because a lot of times that's, you know, you're not gonna have like a big old impact or a big air compressor. So as y'all see, this is now dropped this way. We have it loose, so we should be able to just, hopefully, there that is. Might have to use some of the pry bar. I was gonna just kind of push it from here. Like that.
Pop goes the weasel.
Just wanna do that. And then see what. Alright guys, so the fun part, and the parts that I hate, is when you actually have to get under these vehicles. Yeah, I do never trust jack stands, especially when you get them from Harbor Freight. I have a few of those myself, but I still don't trust. But you gotta get up in there and try to pry it. And it's gonna be it's not gonna wanna go.
This is a 2003. It has been there for, what's that, 8 years? Or no, sorry, 18. This CRV does only have 65,000 miles on it, but it's still been in that same spot since then.
So we attempted to pry the CV axle out of the intermediate shaft right here, but unfortunately the intermediate shaft and the drive shaft are wanting to be mated as one. So we now have to take off this hub, or this bearing assembly basically, so that we can remove the whole thing, hopefully. I mean, this didn't work out so well, and I'm not really sure how that's going to go, but this right here, the bolts are, there's one right here, one right there, and then there's one on the top that I can't reach right now. So I'll be spending a little bit more time underneath this girl. I'm just gonna break them loose with the breaker bar, and then I'll come in here with the actual ratchet and finish up the job. Oh yeah, here you go. I forget your card. Yeah. So this is, we're trying to get it loose right here, and as you can see, it goes, all it does is just go in right here, and it just does not want to separate. So what we might end up having to do is just like basically take this right here and take a hammer or something and try and attempt to tap it out.
Can we get you a real hammer?
Yeah.
We'll try to punch it. 3-pound head blow.
Yeah.
Just don't hit my foot.
Yeah, I'll definitely try not to. Yeah, it's going. Just needs a little bit more love, it's all. I can take care of that. Gladly. If this is what you like. Yeah, Honda. Gotcha. Yeah. So, when we go to do this, we're gonna actually put this back in first, and then I see what the problem is you have this O-ring, this little, not really O-ring, it's like a
Clip-ring or
yeah,
something.
you find these on like impacts. You'll notice on the ends of the half-inch drive, it's just it's like a restriction. It keeps it nice and tight.
Keeps it from just sliding out like we would needed it to.
Right, yeah. It keeps us from doing what we wanted it to do, basically. So, let's put this back in. And we just want to line. I want to try to get this up there. Yeah, there we go. Wow, that was so easy. There's two under you.
I didn't even start on that thing because you got that out quick.
that went a lot quicker than I was expecting it to. So, as y'all can see, it's not terrible, but you're gonna have to get up underneath there if it's stuck. So expect that. It's, you know, it's easy to come out from the transmission, but from right here, it's not so easy because, like I said, because of that ring. So, but now we can actually start sliding in the new axle, and that's a little bit satisfying. It's like. Oh yeah, yeah. And so then, once you've got it up in there, now it's to right here, and you're just gonna want to find those splines where it meets up, and then whoop, right up in there.
Right in good.
Yeah.
So you're already putting it back together.
Now, at this position, you're probably going to want to use some sort of jack. You know, I'm using the muscles, but if you don't have muscles, then you're going to want to use a jack. But if you didn't have muscles, you were already having an issue before here. All right, guys. Look at that. Oh, wait, hold on. Still got to put the brake stuff back on. So, but we're going to not show you that because you already have done that, so you know exactly how it's going to go back on. But we're going to cut back to you when it's done.
All right, everybody. I want to ask y'all a question. So, this CRV is a 4-wheel drive one, and we are planning on lifting it up with one of the Honda Recovery Group lift kits. But I've been reading people who say when they lift their CRV, they remove the sway bar link. And I've never had a 4-wheel drive Honda, but I know with the Cherokee, if you remove the sway bar link, that's a death wobble. Is that the same with the Hondas? If so, let me know. If you run yours without sway bar links, tell me what you think of it.
Obviously, you're gonna run this on by hand, and we're gonna go back to our handy dandy impact. doesn't have to be crazy, but you want to make sure it's not moving anymore. So now we got to take something and we have to drive that in.
Hold up.
And he is going to go and grab a chisel because that's what we need. Because what you're going to want to do is right here at this flat point right here, you want to take the chisel and go down into it. So let me hand this back off to him, and I'll take this here massive hammer.
You don't need this big of a hammer. That's just what we had sitting around.
But it does make it a lot easier. You're going to need more than that. That right there. See that? All you're wanting to do is prevent it. Like if it starts to back off for any crazy reason, then it's gonna hit. And just to be sure, I'm just gonna go right here one more. I just want to make sure. There you go. See, now it's not gonna go past this little lip right here. Once it hits that, it's done. So we had to use the impact to get that off, the other one off.
And that's the only thing that's going to get it back off.
Yeah. So now we just gotta put the wheel back on. You don't need to see all that. You didn't even see us take it off. So that's basically, it's not terribly hard, you know. If it's stuck, which is the reason why you're watching this video, then you see that you have to take it off from the transmission. And once you get those 3 bolts off of that carrier hub, then it's really easy. You saw it just came right out. So
just make sure your socket's good and on those bolts, because they can be a little hard to get to on that heat shield, and you don't want to round one out.
yeah, and make sure that it is secure. Now as you see, we have jack stands and a jack still in place. So make sure it's secure. You have to get up underneath there. You can't do it from right here, unfortunately. So thank you guys for clicking on that video. And if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. There's going to be a lot of videos coming out this year. You're going to like them.
And I'm going to be doing some go-kart mini bike videos very soon. So stay tuned for that. Y'all take it easy.